The distortion of the fabric of space and time around one black hole also exists for the other black hole. So you have black holes entering each other's event horizons. So I opened up that thesis. I didn't understand a single page in and fuck your ass.
Like a World War III would suck. And if that's what we have to imagine, that's the hardest thing to put into perspective. World War III, like as World War II and World War One happened, the 19-year-olds, the 20-year-olds, the 21-year-olds were the ones that went off, and they were literally the same as us. They were saying, I'm going to university and I'm going to do this undergraduate degree in sociology, and then I'm going to do a postgraduate degree, and eventually I'm going to become a psychologist. You know what I mean? Like that was I'm doing that. That is my pathway of life. I'm cool. Oath. And then a bloke gets assassinated and the whole world goes to war. You know what I mean? And they get ripped away from their potential futures and sent to ditches to die. You know, like that could be us. China makes a leap and overtakes Taiwan. The world sees that as an overt action of they need to draw the line now, and then World War III happens. Like we then get conscripted. The rest of our lives is now drawn. A bunch of like your best mates die at war, and then you're a veteran afterwards if you survive. Because of course the perspective is that we will survive because we're the main character of our own movie. So of course we live. Yeah, you know, it's this. We're the guys in the movie who win. We're the guys in the movie who do all the heroic shit. But is that actually the case?
Until you cop a bullet to the fucking head.
It's not going to be you until you die, and you won't even know about it.
Yeah, bro.
Sniper shot to the head. Oh, just don't even fucking deal with it. You just
like talking to your fucking mate as you're going on a walk. Oh, you already
and shot. Then the guy who sees his mate get shot, you get shot, right? Now I have to fucking reassemble my mind after a huge part of myself is dead. You know? I literally have to rebuild myself. I need to conceptualize what life will be without my interactions with you. Like,
bro, fucking, that'd be so weird. Like, I don't know, like, because watching all the fucking war movies, they have all the scenes of people talking, laughing, and whatnot, as you would, and then getting into a gunfight. That's such almost like a hard thing to grasp. Like, how can you laugh when you're always 24/7, just waiting to fucking be attacked or attack?
I suppose you'd acclimatize to it. It's full on. Like, you literally...
Like, say, we're having a mad chat. We're laughing. Boom. You die.
Yeah.
You're dead. I immediately go from fucking, okay, help this man. Is he lifeless? Yes.
Harry's dead?
Harry's fucking dead. More gunfire? Could leave you.
Yeah. The first thing is denial. He's not dead. He's fucking dead. Yeah. Like, what?
Wake up, cunt.
It's never happened before. He's never died before. Now he's dead. This thing that was alive and spoke to me, and I knew everything about them. We had a deep conversation, a deep knowledge of each other. He no longer knows that of me.
Yeah.
He no longer knows me. And he's no longer there. He's a corpse.
You just had a fucking...
And that could be our life. We really don't know.
You just had a fucking tree branch. Fucking axe the fuck out of your life, cunt. That is... Oh, man. War. Nah.
And also... But, like... There's so many factors leading towards this thing of war. You have, like, the division of the Western world. You know, I was watching Joe Rogan, obviously. Not obviously, but I was watching Joe Rogan, and he was saying that there was the research into troll farms, like on Instagram and Facebook and all that, and of the top 10 Facebook groups, I think it was about 7 of them were run by, top 10 Christian Facebook groups, 7 of them were run by bots or fake,
by bots,
or trolls.
Shit.
in Russia and China in like little fucking buildings where their whole job is to cause conflict and sow conflict between people in the Western world.
Yeah, bro.
It's like it's staggering amount of these things online
so
aren't even real.
Because it's like these people who are like have to conform due to like their freaking government and how their rules apply to
But
them.
often they're not conforming. Often they froth it. They're like, "This is my country. This is it. I want this country to win, and this is
exactly."
The battle
So they
against
just.
tyranny."
But it's also kind of like they're taking. It's like, all right, these people love their freedom.
Yeah.
Let's just like throw something in the water where everybody like feels like their freedoms are being. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the I don't know the word, but
Well, they're literally they're the saddest thing. I think I've said this before. The saddest thing is they're manipulating literally the best thing about the best thing about the system that we live in. It's like they are taking advantage of the freedom to be different and then tribalizing it and then artificially making people fight each other in comment sections, sow division, so tighter tribalism, so tighter echo chambers, in order for a multi-layered fucking attack to systematically weaken democracy so that it will fall apart. China has this agenda, Russia has this agenda. They're playing this out over decades. From the Cold War all the way up to now. There's a reason why everyone wants to be communist. There's a reason why everyone's so polarized. There's a reason why people are like rioting in the streets in the United States. It's not just from within the United States. There's ulterior motives of people in China and Russia sowing destructive mechanisms into the fabric of our reality. And the fact that we can't that no one is going fucking zoom out, bigger picture, let's unite and just observe that this is happening. I feel like it's going to be too late before we would even do that. Like no one here, like I don't hear anyone talking about China in Australia. No, like China as in...
Only time there's China, there's racism.
Yeah, but China's... the effect of China is the Chinese people are taking over Australia. It's like, nah, they're the ones that are cool because they're the ones coming here and then they're taking in our culture and then it's positive, you know? But no one's talking about how China is slowly trying to fucking take over. Or at least it's not in common society. It's maybe talk about politically, but it's not a talking point in society.
Yeah, like a big thing is that China is just buying up massive farmland and then like putting their own factories and shit on it and then shipping their shit back to China.
Yeah, but the they don't take the step further. The issue with that, people say, is it's Australia, it's our land. We need to be owning our land because China's making more money than us and rah rah rah. But it's like, yeah, China, and they're trying to take over the world. They say that, but they literally are. Like it's not like a connection where they literally are trying to take over. Not the Chinese people. That's the most fucking sad thing as well. They just direct it at the Chinese people. Like the Chinese actually as an ethnicity are bad. It's like no. The government that is pulling the strings is bad. You know.
I wish I fucking got my fucking neighbor on this shit.
Yeah,
Our Chinese neighbor. They used to be spies apparently.
For China. Omen.
Bro, fucking sad news, but I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I think it was the wife. She died. Yeah, old mate's just watering that guy. No, before, like...
Ages ago.
Yeah. I didn't even know. They were just out there attending to their garden every day.
One day.
And now it's just old mate.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, that is so sad. They don't have any kids or nothing. Now it's just him. He's in it for the long haul.
Yeah, losing your partner. That's... Yeah, talk about... You know, best mate dies in war. Your wife dies. Like, it's hard to really take that in.
Yeah,
what that would mean. You got to experience it.
Oh, that movie that came out on Netflix with Kevin Hart in it, and he plays like a single dad.
Yeah,
bro. Opening 20 minutes had me in tears.
Really?
I cried.
Yeah.
I cried because I put myself in that shoes. Oh. I'll quickly get up the name. But yeah, it had me fucking in tears, bro, because I put myself in those shoes. Like, your wife is giving birth, she gives birth, and you're like, oh, this is happy,
This is great.
yada yada. Next minute, she's like, oh, I don't feel too good. And then she passes out. Doctors are like, get the fuck out of the room, cunt. Like, we need to attend to your wife. And he's just there like, what's happening to her? What's happening to her? And they're just shoving him out of the room. Cut. He's just waiting in the hallway. Come out. Your wife is dead. And now you have a child.
Yeah, so and it can just happen. It literally can happen.
Yeah. Like, all the fucking time. Movie. Netflix.
I think I saw a bit of that. Yeah, and then his whole
fatherhood.
perspective changed. Fatherhood.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Fuck. I wonder what it would like to be The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah, I wonder what he... I feel like he's so intense he can't be different behind the closed. I was going to say, what's he like behind closed doors? He's probably definitely the same person. Just... Like, he's dialed into a frequency and he's getting success from that frequency. So he's putting whole hopes on maintaining that frequency.
Well, I mean, it's fucking working. He's the biggest movie star in the fucking world.
Well, literally, what he's done is he's made him he's portraying himself as a certain like person with certain characteristics and a certain drive and a certain vision, right? Whether that's natural or not, or whether he like draws upon that for himself and uses it. I don't know, but he's constantly fucking doing shit. And it seems like the being that the line that he's running along with his like personality and shit is causing, it's weird to say, it's like it's causing that. Of course it's causing that. Of course, like being a good person and working hard is going to cause that. But for whatever reason, he is just next level. You know?
But I always see him in interviews and stuff like that, like for his movies and whatnot. And he just looks so dead.
He does look... I haven't really seen this. I've only seen him like, ha! Do you think that's just the mask he wears to get the goals?
Bro, it'd just be him fucking grinding 24/7.
Yeah, what if... I wonder what The Rock's like.
Because imagine this, like... Just looking from a movie, like, if you think of, like, any movie actor, you're probably just like, oh, you make a movie, you make bank, you're chilling. But then you got to think about all the fucking press conferences they do, and then all the fucking, like, interviews they do as well for that many people over, like, the coming weeks. And training. Daily, you're pumping out a bunch.
Yeah.
And it's just the same questions, and you got to be like, oh, you know, yada, yada, and you got to maintain that hip-de-up-de... Fucking, that'd be so dog shit. And he's doing like he's doing at least like 2-3 movies a year. Like that's constant action. He's making like YouTube videos. He's doing everything. And then for no reason, but because he can, he just fucking grinds the gym and is only getting bigger. That's his image. He has to do He's just getting bigger, but, like, it makes no sense. He's
steroids.
But still, like, he's what, 50-something now?
Might be jacking up that dosage. Who knows?
Who knows? Is that Samoan in his veins? Fucking... That song, though?
What, with Logic?
No. What's that? You know the Rock song? Surely. You've heard it. You haven't heard the Rock song?
Nope.
The one he just did?
Nope.
Oh, my Lord.
Is it good?
I'll let you have your own opinion on it.
Alright, I won't come in with... I'll try and be neutral.
Face Off. It's with Tech 9 and...
Oh, I've heard it. Yeah.
Oh, you have heard it?
I've heard it.
Yeah, bro.
He comes in, he's a bit botted. Like, but he's trying his best. Again, you can't hate on a man who's doing all that. He's in the green zone. He's legit running a tightrope.
Yeah. And people think that is bad, and to be honest, it is kind of...
You can't be good at everything.
But...
The man's done everything.
But it's his first fucking, like, rap song that I'm aware of. So it's alright, I guess, for his first rap song.
And if The Rock wants to be on a rap song, he can be on a rap song. He's gonna fucking
say no as well.
Yeah.
Man's got that much fucking weight behind his name.
Yeah.
Like, it's all over the media now.
Really? What,
Yeah,
the
well,
Rock's a
well,
rapper?
when I say media, I mean like social media.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows the lines. Like at work,
Really?
we'll just say it. Yeah, there's something that comes up, and it just can trickle into "We stay hungry, we devour" or something like that. It'll just be said.
Oh yeah, that's his lion attitude. That's what I'm saying, right? What I was saying with the whole
Put in the work.
his
put in the
frequency.
hours, take what's ours.
Yeah,
See,
literally.
cunt? I know it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
because I've heard it that many times, and I'm just like, this is so base level, but it's so rememberable. And then that's what gets everyone. They're just
So
like,
go sing it. What is it?
oh, I don't know what is it? I'm not even sure if it starts off with. No, it's not. It doesn't start off with "We stay hungry, we devour, and take what's ours." I can't.
Oh.
It'll happen in the moment.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just happens.
Yeah, what I mean is his frequency. It's that whole like the lion attitude. Like he fucking pushes that so hard, and that's a weird like a lot of people be inspired by that and take on that mindset. You see a lot of guys do that. We only kings out here. Like I got my head down, focusing on my career. That type of guy, you know. It's like I need a girl who's not out there at clubs. I need a girl who's helping me grind. You know what I mean? I'd be interested to see those like really fucking like they're like the Gucci obsessed. I'm grinding. Let me show everyone on my story type guys. I'm interested to see how those guys turn out because I'm not that type of guy. But if it'll be interesting to see how that archetype will result. Whether they actually are doing that or whether it's a mask they like to wear to make themselves be perceived a certain way. I don't know.
Yeah, one thing I wasn't aware of that like artists do.
What?
Because I watched it, I think it's old. There was this Akon video, like interview, and one of the things he was talking about that he was doing was like making albums and then releasing them in like different languages, like in India and like Spanish, Indian and Spanish and whatnot.
Make bank.
Yeah, and he was just going around doing that. I'm like, holy fuck, that's just opened my horizon. Like, you're a massive artist, you're slapping tunes, and you go, how do I make more money? Oh, maybe we should just release it in somebody's like freaking.
Well, so he learns the other language and starts singing it in that language.
That I don't know. It sounded like it was because he was like, oh yeah, I love India, I love going to India and whatnot. But it could just be someone.
If he's learning the at least how to replicate the sounds of the other language and then sing it, that would be really cool. Like if he's doing like Japanese, Chinese, Indian.
Yeah, he's
Korean.
locking into like a lot of renewable shit as well.
Yeah.
He's like in it with China apparently, and everybody's like, "Oh, why are you fucking choosing China and whatnot?" He's like, "Because they're the only people who want to take it on with me."
That might not be the best thing though. Maybe he's not looking. Maybe I don't know. Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Man's making bank. Yeah, bro.
Me and Chris went to church. Obviously, you know.
Inform me about it. I want to know your experience. Yes.
Well, we went to Hillsong, right? I never knew. You always hear about Hillsong, Justin Bieber, etc. And I was like, no, alright, I'll go suss it out. Me and Chris, by the way, for context, me and Chris are gonna go to like a new religious service every week on a Sunday or whenever. We're going to probably next one is either a Hindu or a Sikh temple, right? We got some connections in that domain, and then we're gonna have like a feast with them after. It's gonna be insane. But so we went to Hillsong just to start out early. Chris's sister is part of that church, so we went over and sussed it. And I was going in with the perspective of there's a reason why these people do this. Let me figure out why they're doing it. You know, what role does this have in society? Because if it's been around this long, it must have something to it. Like, people care about it a lot. So we go in, and instantly I get in there, and they're singing songs really crisp. Hillsong, really modern. It's they're trying to get the youth, obviously. But, like, they had, like, camera people, they had sound people, they had, like, different angles of the people singing.
Fuck, I didn't even take note of that unless that wasn't happening when I
Bro, they were going hard, right? So I respect... The drumming was insane, the music was good. Like, they know how to do that. The singing was good. So in terms of that, Crisp, I can respect the music, and that's why I clapped. I had to give him a good clap. You know, like when they asked for the clap, I was there because the drummer was he had a couple good fucking beats going, and I was vibing. I didn't sing along though because I wasn't. I gotta allow it, but I'm not gonna sing when I'm not feeling the vibe to sing. I can't be forcing it. But I saw everyone had their hands up in the air, and I was trying to it immediately got like a warp back to like primitive tribal religious hands up in the air. It's been this thing that people have done for thousands of years across cultures, generationally, all religions. Everyone puts their hands up in the air. And you ask them, why are you doing that? It's like, I'm trying to reach out and connect to Jesus and God. It's like, all right, call that Jesus, call it God, whatever. But everyone does that. It's like, is it like reaching out, trying to go beyond the person to the transcendent? But like, why is that psychologically? Why do we automatically reach out for someone?
Well, because I guess the heavens.
Yeah, the
heavens are in the clouds. They're up above.
But
and like, if you're reaching down, you're going hell.
But the heavens, they were doing this back prehistorically when the heavens weren't even conceived. Why? Is it a prior knowledge that they learnt about the heavens from doing that?
You reckon it's like instinctively, like people know to be, like they want to be above?
Yeah, above.
And like
high,
if you're below,
hierarchy.
like even like in the hierarchy, like an animal hierarchy, like.
It's weird. So I was first weirded out about that. So I was just like, so these people are reaching out for that, like, because God and Jesus and all that, it's transcendent. So I was like, so they're trying to transcend. They're reaching out beyond themselves, trying to find something beyond themselves, and I thought that was interesting. And then the preachers came up and they were talking, all positive people, nice people. And the first girl came up and it was interesting. It was so weird because I was there in like intense thought. Like I was analyzing the fuck out of this whole thing. I was really interested. I first noticed that like they were saying release, like allow it all, and I noticed that I was standing there tight in my jaw, and I was like, all right, you're gonna allow this. You got to be like open minded and all that. So I released my jaw, just like allowed, stood open. I kept crossing my arms, and I noticed how I was crossing my arms, like just. Accept it, bro. Like, just release the resistance to this, whatever it may be. It was pretty intense. Like, everyone going like this, it's intense to me. Like, people are praying, they're worshipping.
That's what I was saying to you, like, the other day. I don't know. Yada yada.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, because when I went to, like, youth group or Hillsong, I only went to Hillsong a number of times, but because they just come out the back of like a song and then they just go, all right, everybody raise your hands up. And you know, they do a prayer.
Yeah.
So this really motivating prayer kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they like close your, like they try and get you to get into it. Like close your eyes, just like reach out.
Feel it and shit.
Yeah, yada yada. And I felt, because everyone was doing it, I would join in and be like, and then because everyone was doing it, I was overwhelmed with how many people were doing it. Like, I would feel something like, is there actually something here?
Yeah, and they say that's the Holy Spirit. That's what they'd say. They say it's the Holy Spirit working in you and it's causing you to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wig.
It's like a tingling feeling in you. It's like...
You got it?
Yeah, but...
Ooh. What is that?
I don't know.
So they instantly go, it's Jesus, it's God. They fucking jump on it. They throw it at you. That's like, it's a lot to just, it's a feeling. And you're saying that's God? It's, but yeah, that's what struck me. How hard they believed in it. They believed in it with all their soul. They had faith. And even though I don't believe in what they're believing in, I respect having faith. I find that it's illogical to me. But I find the ability to be illogical fucking beautiful in a way. And I find the fact that this construct of religion and people having faith, being illogical, not knowing fully, but leaning on faith, right? And then that's built essentially the system that's created our whole society. Without religion, we would never have been here. It's legit ordered everyone into a way to develop communities and societies and civilizations. So the fact that that is all built on an illogical faith, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Or a percentage of that people would definitely be indoctrinated into that. But people come from Idaho, you know, out of nowhere, and then just go, Jesus. They just connect with something. And it's like, I tried to connect with something, but nothing.
What's even stranger
didn't get a
is
connection.
like when people are following a religion,
Yeah.
and then they move religions. They like switch religions.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you were dedicated to this one. Like, what made you internally go, I fuck with this God to I feel something over here.
Yeah.
Like that's
Why is that
that's
one more than
deeper.
that one?
Yeah. Like, oh.
Yeah, to be like devout Christian and go, this Muhammad guy sounds a bit. I like what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But I swear to move religions from a religion to religion is like a really weird, is an interesting human, because that's a very open-minded religious person.
Yeah.
Which for whatever reason I have a preconceived notion that isn't common, but I haven't surrounded myself with that many religious people. And that's why I'm going to a religious ceremony every fucking Sunday. But yeah, so that was interesting. Yeah, so the first preacher, she was a girl. Good preacher. She was very like nice and cool, right? And she was saying that she pictured Jesus, like she said, picture your best friend. And did everyone picture Jesus? Everyone's like, no, I didn't. And everyone in the crowd's like, I didn't. Like, everyone is so into it. I was like smiling about just like the happiness. People were just vibing so hard, and they're like, you maybe like, it's funny that we don't picture Jesus as our best friend. And everyone was like, yes. And I was like, fair enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just so not on that wavelength. But that's how I'm saying it's crazy how much they believe that. I respect that they believe it. It is cool in a way.
Yeah.
But so she was saying, like, picture Jesus as your best friend, and she was saying, I was reflecting on this and I was thinking about it, and it challenged me to have a relationship rather than a service to Jesus. You know? So she's saying, instead of like doing acts for Jesus, like, I need to pray tonight, she should have spent quality time with Jesus in her mind and talk to him. Okay. What is her perception of talking to him? I find interesting. Is that her talking to her higher ideal self, the person she wants to be? Is that how Jesus manifests in her brain, but she just attributes that to a God? That's it. And then also, this girl has an ability to deeply reflect on scripture, which I don't think is a common thing. So preachers essentially hold a role with a high ability to reflect on their own lives and then apply scripture, and then that helps create an example for other people to follow. Which that just seems like a smarter person who can then apply themselves to religion. And I wonder, with this analytical mind that this girl has, who's to say that she is analyzing herself correctly through this lens of religion, right? So, but you can't, no one's right or wrong, right? I analyze myself through the lens of myself, and I believe that there is a divinity within me, or something within me, divine, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I just have a faith that there is something within me that I trust, and I allow my faith in that, right? So is it wiser to analyze yourself through the lens of thousands-year-old scripture that are potent wisdom, right? Or is it wiser to remove yourself from those grand gestures and the external influences and analyze yourself through your own lens? I don't know what's right or wrong, but there's definitely a similarity between what I see myself doing and what the preachers do.
I guess it's whatever you really fucking vibe with.
What do you mean? Like, what do you vibe with how you analyze it?
Yeah. Like, if you feel like there is something there, then I guess you're gonna go to that. Which I feel like everybody feels at one stage there is something there.
Yeah.
And that could just be like in the need of like a helping hand, and you're just calling out to someone who will listen, and sometimes that person is in your head.
Yeah. Because
That's-
sorry.
I've never heard anybody like that's a preacher or nothing talk about Jesus, like seeing Jesus that way.
What do you mean?
Like everybody's just been like, "Oh, we're servants to Jesus and God and whatnot." Like we are
They
servants.
specifically said that in this particular sermon that we are not servants. We are friends. Yeah.
We are friends. Yeah.
Because-
like he's always told like he's your friend.
Yeah.
Yada yada. But like we are servants to him because the sins he died for and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. They outlined a specific passage that said a servant doesn't know the father's the master's business, but you should know my business, therefore you are my friends. That I think that's along the lines of what he said.
Yeah.
I respect that. But it's just I also like it's Jesus, like they put
Jesus, man.
massive emphasis on this dude. And they say he's God and they believe he's God. And I don't know, it's such a leap for me to say that, to agree, you know? Whoa! I hope you could hear that.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Yeah, so then, you know, I thought the preachers were cool. I'm giving you a massive rundown. Brain dump. But, yeah, so I thought the preachers were interesting because they had like an analytical property in them. And then that served the church. Which I find that super cool. Like, yeah, I find that interesting as fuck. The role of that reflective personality fills out the preacher in church. And then they were talking a lot of their perspective at this church. I'm not sure if this is the perspective across all of like Christianity, but they were talking about Jesus as, you know, rely on Jesus. Jesus is your friend. You need to spend time with him. You know, he is there for you. It's essentially like he died on the cross for our sins. He died for us. And therefore he is the solution to our suffering. He is the one that holds our sins. He's the one that we can divert our pain to. And all that pain and suffering goes from you up to God, and you release it with the hands up in the air. It's like you push it out into the external, into the metaphysical world. That's where Jesus is, and that's where you can put the suffering that is in your mind to. Like, I'm sorry, Jesus, and then that gives you a sense of relief. And that's psychologically handy, I think. I think.
Yeah.
But I feel like my perspective is why I don't, like, at least this type of that perspective I can't agree on. I won't do such a broad brush with it, but I'm of the thought that, like, to me, Jesus, well, what they say Jesus is a symbol of the ideal self that is in us all, right? And that's why we say we're all Jesus. So they want to reach out to Jesus and lean on it. I say manifest Jesus as yourself. Jesus symbolically being the ideal self, and leverage the suffering that you could push out into the world, leverage that suffering into yourself and use it as fuel, you know, use the teachings of Jesus as the ideal to turn and it's all mulling over in my head. I need more time. It's like wine, bro.
Yeah, I don't have any kind of. I used to go to church, like, the Christian one in Camden, and I went to the Hillsong one a couple of times.
Yeah,
I was vibing. Mainly, I was there kind of just because I got to hang out with my mates on a Friday afternoon and like kick a fucking soccer ball indoors and whatnot. But when I was there, I did try and actually, for the most part, listen and take in what they were saying and like just do everything, kind of like put my hands up or fucking close my eyes and try and just think about it and see if I fucked with it, which I did for a bit. But then I just kind of... But I was there sort of for the wrong reasons. Because when it's like, oh, he took like your sins from you, or he died for your sins and whatnot. And like, it's going to be alright, basically. Whenever anything wrong happened to me or something, I'd just be like, you created the world, fuck you. you're an absolute piece of shit. Like, why would you do this to me? And then when something would go right, oh, God, praise be Allah, fucking... So, yeah, I kind of just noticed I was doing that a bit, and I just sort of slowly backed out of it and was like, I don't really think that there is something there.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I think about it hard enough, I think, how did we get here? Like something. It is entirely possible that we were made by something, as just as equal as that we came from fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Just evolution.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
I've said it before as well. Like, I don't follow a religion, but when people like say if you like, trying to relate it anything to a god or whatnot, I just think of myself in 5-10 years.
Yeah. So.
Because it's like I want to be there when I'm there. Like that is my ideal shit.
So essentially, yes, similar to what I was saying, it's manifesting Jesus. Essentially, is the ideal. That's the God, the ideal self. Yeah. So yeah, you say like, you would praise God for when things went right, but you shit on him when things went wrong.
Yeah.
That comes back to what I was saying earlier, because it's like when things go right, you push all that love externally, but when things go wrong, you then throw all that stuff externally, and it's legit taking the onus off yourself. And I feel like that's a trap that religion falls into. It's like it's all God, everything's God, and therefore you have no responsibility for like the actions. It just gives like an offloading ability, and I believe that taking all of that, putting all that load on your shoulders, and then learning to like thrive with it is the mechanism of like accomplishing shit.
Definitely, for sure. Yeah, because I just felt like I was abusing something that, I don't know.
Isn't it weird that you can abuse something that you don't even know is there?
Yeah.
It's a psychological...
Potentially could be there. Yeah.
It's like a psychological construct that you've created or you've adopted, and then using it... it's not even there. It's imagination. Or it isn't imagination. It depends from your perspective. But either or.
I'm honestly surprised Chris isn't Christian.
He was praying. He had his eyes closed, and he was taking it in. But
no, but I mean like
Christian.
Well, yeah, like because I've asked him, and he says he doesn't follow any religion.
Yeah.
Unless he says something different to you.
Well, he has the faith. His perspective is a Christian perspective. He believes in God and the devil and good and evil and stuff like that. He has those bare bones. His
So
religious personality is Christian.
So he doesn't follow a religion, but he believes like everything that is kind of tied into that.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe so.
Okay.
Whereas me, I believe...
I thought he would have been more on board with it, because I remember him talking about him and a mate before I went. I think they went to some kind of, I don't know, I can't remember what it was, but they were somewhere, and apparently have you heard of talking in tongues? Yeah, apparently they just started doing that, and they were like freaking out, like couldn't move and shit, and they're like, what the fuck? Just
I want to witness that so bad. I want to see that.
It's like
I just want to like absorb that energy. Just be like, all right, so this person is going through what now? Like they're talking in tongues.
They're having something talk for them.
What?
And they're aware of it.
Okay, if it's real, super interesting. If it's not real, it's even more interesting.
I want to get a lie detector on that person.
As the it'd be going everywhere. You could not what?
No, after.
Nah. They're being taken by something. I don't think they're lying. They definitely believe it. No, they're not putting it on. Though whether it's a god moving through them or if it's something else, I don't know. Maybe it could be like a megalomaniacal religious expression where they want to be the most religious. They want it so bad that then they just manifest that, perhaps.
Yeah. I feel like the only, well, not the only, but one of the reasons why I could feel like I'm drawn to there could be something there
Yeah.
is because of how old religions are and how, like, science, well, religion overruled science. Like, if anything went against the fucking, like, church, you were fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, burn at the stake.
Yeah, bro. Like, that says something in itself. If a whole generations of, like, humans fucked with something that hard that they would kill people, like, using logic, I guess, or scientific evidence, they'd just be like, nah, fuck you.
Well, they thought it wasn't logic. That's the crazy bit. It came out of alchemy, and alchemy was witchcraft. Because alchemy was the pursuit to find God within the material world, and that was blasphemous.
It was fucking aliens, bro. Had to be aliens.
What? Aliens what?
They came down.
And what? Did what?
They fucking just, they vibed.
Vibed with what? What are you on about?
They vibed. They just vibed. That's where the stories come from. God came down.
Ah, I get you. Yeah. You think it's
Well,
all
it was Jesus.
Could be alien. Yeah. What if Jesus came back again, but it's just a fog? It's just a planet.
One thing that wanks me though
Just a ship.
is like artifacts that they just dig up, like archaeology, like fucking shit, and they fucking find it, and they go, if you look at this painting, it looks like they've tried to capture what looks to be some kind of UFO.
Yeah.
And you can look at it, and it does kind of look like they've just included that in the fucking painting.
They just
like,
chucked it
what
in.
the fuck? No, like, what is flying around at that time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and fucking the hieroglyphs in Egypt. They had this they found this massive room full of them, and they had stuff like boats, planes, helicopters, and stuff on the
Allow. Show.
fucking allow, bro.
Helicopters?
Bro, when you look at it, you go, that does look a bit like a fucking helicopter, doesn't it? Oh.
Yeah, the pyramids are next level.
That actually, yeah, when I walked in, I was like, ooh. Treated the guests, bro.
There's never... The pyramids. It's a complete mystery how they even got there. And I don't think we'll know. I don't think we'll ever figure it out. And that's okay. Not in my lifetime, at least. I don't think we'll figure it out. Some things are good, though, just to be a monolith of a mystery. Just thousands of years, people are just curious of how they're there. We will die, and the curiosity and the mystery will still be there. It's crazy that some things just exist in the shadows across time. They are beyond the human experience. These just stones sitting in like perfect triangles lined up to like a tenth of a degree. Before we even created the degree system and went by it, they just knew how to put things to true north and true south. What? Is that bullshit?
Oh, they found it.
Surely not.
What the fuck?
That's
bro?
a boat and a
That is
helicopter.
A boat, helicopter, fucking proof of time travel? Question mark. Reel of planes, helicopter found in Egypt. Egyptian hieroglyphs. I'm not even sure if you guys are going to be able to see this because it's pretty crummy.
They'll be able to.
Fucking... What the fuck is that? Not only that, those things are so fucking old.
Yes.
Not only that, inside those motherfuckers, I think they were trying to break into this chamber. I'm pretty sure I said it. I know I've told you boys. But they had fucking hieroglyphs on the wall, like, and pots and copper and stuff on the floor in that room. And on the wall was basically explaining what this stuff did. And what this stuff made was a fucking battery.
Really?
It made a battery. It was a simple it was like the simple shit, but it made a battery.
Right.
Like, because I watched some massive 30-minute video on it. They reckon, I think this shit here, the stuff that like looks like it's falling apart.
Yeah.
Was like a cover of this. What do they call it? I think it might have been limestone or something. Like this white, like rock. There would have been like massive. Yeah, just covered in white. Just picture them covered in like white.
Yeah.
Like, smooth as shit. And they reckon that was some sort of like. I guess you could say solar kind of energy.
Yeah.
And it powered whatever the fuck was inside it, and that acted like sort of as an insulator for whatever was inside of it. And I reckon one way they could have had electricity running through was like water or whatnot, or just ways around the freaking city. Yeah. It's a wank. I'll have to like find the video and link it or something in the description. I'm probably botching the fuck out of it or even fucking it up. But
we always botch shit.
It is a definite watch if I find it and put it in the fucking description, because those things, man.
Yeah, well, when Cleopatra was reigning as the empress or whatever, or the what are they called? The pharaoh. From the time it's the equal distance of time from when she was the pharaoh of Egypt. The same distance of time is from the present day to her reign was from when they were built to her reign. It's the same distance of time in between. We now have iPhones and computers. They were built thousands of years later. She was there in the same Egyptian civilization, vibing 2,000 years later. Jesus was just apparently running on the earth. Ha ha! That all happened medieval times. Now we're here. Same distance amount of time, and still no one has any idea how they got there. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah, bro.
Before anything.
And bro, if you just fucking take an hour or two out of your day, it's any day of your choice, and fucking look up like shit about the pyramids.
Graham Hancock is good.
Oh my god, bro, he blows my mind with that shit.
Yeah.
It's like the amount of... I saw another one that they like broke into that was like in the last couple decades.
Yeah.
Like this other chamber. Bro, they had fucking marble that had been like carved, which is hard enough, but they carved it, like massive marble blocks, carved it inside perfect 90-degree angles. And the guy was explaining, he was like, you ask any guy who works on marble, it's basically impossible.
Really?
And they showed the tools that they were using. They were just using like little chisels and shit, apparently.
Bro, they're using laser beams from spaceships.
Like archaeologists that were walking in there actually had the right angles, and they were just putting up the wall flush as fuck. And they just like, yes, yeah. I understand this. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
This Earth is so much more wiggy.
It's so
than
cool.
We realize.
It's so cool. And like when that mystery is just there, how could you be consumed by social media drama when the pyramids aren't even explained? Like we're such a little piece of this world. Why surround yourself with negativity when you can just be in awe and just, oh my god, of just how amazing this world is that we live in. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Until World War 3 happens, and then we'll be right. We'll be right.
Yeah.
We'll just we'll win.
7 wonders of the world, bro. They are proper wonders. Like, what's another one? The
Machu Picchu.
Which was that?
Peru. It's the one on top of the mountains. The civilization at the very top of the mountains. Yeah, it's like a ruin.
Oh. Bro, I read that book so long ago. One of the other ones that I can remember is the like tiki heads that were like carved in stone and all.
Easter Island.
Yeah. I think those are a fat mystery as well.
Yeah.
I don't think the rocks are even from there or some shit like that.
It's pretty full on. As well as just how the Polynesian people figured out how to travel across island to island, across country to country, far before any Westerner could ever do it.
Yeah.
They had their own guiding with the stars. They had their own compass systems. They didn't get lost. They knew exactly where they were far, far, far before we had any idea.
Bro, and if Earth isn't fucking crazy enough, look up to the stars. Can't.
Well, also, they found Aboriginal Australian DNA bones in the middle of the Amazon jungle.
And fucking in Russia.
So, yeah, somehow them... whatever. Who knows?
Whatever.
We don't know.
It's just a thing that happened, man. Aboriginal people just were in the Amazon at one point. And Russia. Just in a Russian cave.
Very nice.
Vibing. And then they just thought they'd chill out in Australia.
Yeah, the theory is that there was a much smarter civilization before that, and then their civilization collapsed, and then they returned back into primitive tribes to survive.
Oh,
that's the perspective. That there was a super intelligent civilization before we knew, because there was a massive extinction event and it wiped out their history. And that they must have developed in a different way from us. We went from an engineering perspective. They might have gone to another perspective, and that's who they believe built the pyramids was a precursor civilization that we do not know anything about yet. There's a massive, I believe in Canada or Greenland, there's a massive meteor impact that's been covered by ice. They've just discovered, and they believe that was the extinction event. That was the most recent extinction event that caused an ice age, I believe. And that's caused a massive decline in human population, and the belief is that these people left their civilizations that were reliant on each other, and then returned back to the primitive people because they're the ones who knew how to live off the land, which essentially that would be what would happen here. Our whole system shut down, we all run back into the jungle and find tribes and hunter-gather, or I guess you could do agriculture, but that's just the perspective.
Yeah. Oh, man. So much knowledge available.
Yeah. And it's just one path. That's the most mind-blowing thing. You just head down one path in life, and that'll fill you to the full. That'll fill your cup and overflow it with knowledge. And you're just an expert in anteaters,
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's whether you're interested in it or not. But you can be interested in something like pyramids. You can live your life just wigging out about the pyramids. But it's like, is that something I really want to tackle? Like, do I think I'll be the one to figure out what the pyramids are? No, I'm not going to do it then.
Yeah.
That's not for me. That's not my goal.
Neither. I'd like to be, but...
Yeah.
Like anyone. But...
I think there's enough people in the
that
job.
That is such a fucking... monolith.
Yeah. But some people are just drawn to it and they don't even question it. I am studying the pyramids. I am figuring it out. I am going to write books and stuff about it. Like the Graham Hancocks of the world.
Yeah.
Respect to them. But yeah, you can go so many different ways. Like health. You become a doctor. Looking after people. Cutting edge of science. You heard about CRISPR? Oh, we're going to have gene editing. Oh, just deep in that. We're going to biohack our genetics.
And we're going to have Neuralink.
Yeah, Neuralink. I think I'll get to that age. When like you get to an age, you're like, oh, what are the kids doing these days? I'm okay with just letting that pass me by. I'm okay to go into old age and not know anything. I think that'll be me for Neuralink.
I feel like that'd be my privacy gone. Because after like listening to it a bit more, and like you'll be able to telepathically communicate with other people and I want to keep my thoughts to myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I guarantee you'd have that ability, but you could easily hack that. Because if you have the ability to choose when to, surely it'd just be like Wi-Fi, just always running.
Just fucking ping into what they're thinking.
And you allow the passcode for it to be seen. Because, bro, we'd all be running out with antennas just emitting electrodes, electric energy, like we already are now, but in a different way. Yeah, I think I'll just live off the rest of my days without Neuralink. I don't think I need it.
Unless it's like something that's actually, oh shit, should get this.
I don't know, bro. The metaverse, or you go into the Matrix. I think I'd rather suffer in this planet and this world.
Yeah, bro. If they fucking create a video game or some kind of device where you can just be sucked into a different reality and like go shoot around and whatnot, like GTA style shit, that'll confirm. Well, not confirm, but I will be so strongly for that. Like, this has already happened.
Oh, you mean like we're in one right now and we just forgot the exit key? That's freaky.
Well, maybe not even forgot the exit key, but you know, Free Guy
Yeah.
could even be that.
We're the AI.
Where the AI just kind of comes to life, and we're just just a bunch of AI that's come to life, and we're just in a game.
Yeah,
Because you see some of the shit that people do, bro. Oh my god, that is some proper NPC shit.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy? You could be an avatar right now with a pause menu that I've forgotten how to use, and I'm some like fat 50-year-old guy in a tube, currently being given food through a tube. Maybe rich as fuck. The parents providing this fake lifestyle for me, and I picked an avatar. This is my avatar, and I get to live out this world.
That's one thing I was thinking actually today. Like, what happens if I was in a coma right now, and I'm just living out my days
in a fantasy? Yeah, what if a coma causes a reality warp? This body is useless. Move the consciousness somewhere else, and you start a new life.
Well, it's happened before.
How do you know?
Fucking Mr. Ballin, my brother. Talking about some guy who was like a teacher at a college campus. And he had like a wife and kids. And one day when he was at home, he just noticed that like his lamp, he was drawn to his lamp.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. And over the coming days, it would just get like brighter and then like start morphing and whatnot. And he'd just sit at home, like, and his wife would come up to him and be like, "What are you doing? Like, you need to go see a doctor or something." And he's like, No, I'll be fine." And for like weeks, it was like that. And then eventually, the lamp got so bright it like filled up the whole room, and and then it just went white. And he woke up on the ground with a bunch of people like surrounding him at the college. And
is he the same person?
He was the same person. Some cunt comes running out of nowhere, like a police officer or a security guard or something, picks him up, carries him, and he's like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" And he's like, "Don't worry," like, yada yada, puts him in the car. And as they're driving or whatnot to a hospital or something like that, I can't remember exactly, he just goes, "What the fuck is going on?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, you were just like knocked out by some rogue college student. Like, he was just running around fucking knocking people out." Mandem had no kids, no wife. Everything that had happened in the past 10 years that he had lived was in the time that he got knocked out. He had to go to fucking therapy to mourn the loss of his children and wife that never existed. Fucking take that in, bro. Yeah. Manifesting some people that never existed. Being attached to what feels like a long fucking time, and then they never existed, man.
What is real? What is real when that is a thing?
Yeah.
You know what I often, when like I'm meditating ass and I'm like trying to listen to like sounds. I'll show you me. I listen to like sounds in the back of my head. And this scene always gets me.
Scene?
In the Matrix, when he wakes up in the fucking jelly sack.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I'll show you the thing. That one right there. When Neo wakes up and he's got all the things in him. He's got all the tubes tied to his brain. Right? So
Want some more? That's what you just look like. Want some more?
So I meditate and I picture I am living. I am Morpheus. Like my version, me, is actually in a tube with things connected to my head, and I'm living in the Matrix. And I try and listen to like sounds of pumps, like try and see if there's a back door somewhere that I can hear. You know what I mean? So I look in the back of my brain and try and hear if there's any sign of anything beyond this experience. And I'm just like, just haven't heard anything yet, but spooky. What if you hear like, and you're just like, what is back there? You know, I'm stuck in here.
Bro.
Imagine waking up.
Fuck that.
You had this thing in your throat. You're like, oh, like you're looking around. There's aliens everywhere. No wonder people take the blue pill, bro. It's a hard choice. So you want to live okay, what do you value? Truth. I value what is real. So you value what is real beyond your quality of life. You know? Would you rather live in this matrix or wake up in a slaughterhouse of humans being slaughtered? Where they provide a game. So you're a human in an alien farm being slaughtered like sheep get slaughtered in this reality. But they put a device in your head to trick you into thinking that you live a life and you live a happy life. And then that at the end of your life, when you die and you get hit by a car, you're actually getting your head cut off. And that's the same perspective that we want to give to cows. We feed the cows a lot of food. We also like give them a good bit of land to run around in. So when they eventually die, they've lived a good life. The aliens have decided that for humans to live a good life, they need to live a meaningful, religious, connected relationship with life. So they create a system so they can be ethical and harvest us at the same time. So they put that on our heads, and that is how we are living. You know, we really have no idea.
No fucking
Because the pyramids are unexplained. So all of this stuff is still on the table. Any of this stuff we've just said.
Yeah, they could have just put that in there as like a fucking thing.
We need about 7 wonders of the world, and 3 of them have to be unexplained. Just what context are we going to give? Like what's the plot devices we're going to give for these people to discover how this was made? Give them like 4 and then just leave it and see where they go. Aliens, man! Aliens! These apes are crazy. They're thinking aliens built them. You really give them no information and you see where people extrapolate to. It's really interesting.
Oh.
It could all be a dream. It could all be a coma. It could all be a matrix. It could all be...
I just like to think it's not.
It's nice to think that.
Sometimes.
Because it's easier to believe that because you have no reason to believe otherwise, essentially.
I feel like I'd take the blue pills on one for like this.
Stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably stay.
It's hard, bro. Everyone would say, like, I would like to think I take the red pill, but it's like, oh man, I don't know.
But then it's like, oh my god.
You don't know what's on the other side of that.
Like, what do you got to do?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Hope that you're going to fucking take on these massive fucking behemoths of robots?
Yeah. Well, right now, okay, I will take the red pill. Morpheus kicks the door open, runs in. Harry, I'm asking you to make a choice. The red pill or the blue pill. And I'm just like, what? None of this world exists. I don't know what I do. My mum isn't real. My connection I've had with my mother my whole life. The love she's provided me is fake.
But that's the thing.
I gotta detach that. Take the red pill. In the moment, could I do that? It's a good thing to contemplate. It's a good thing to contemplate because I think it orders your mind in a weird way. But I can't say. I can't say. It's destiny, bro.
Destiny to find out if we're in the Matrix.
Yeah, bro. I'm not ready for a red pill moment, bro. I'm not ready.
Bro, I'd just say if Morpheus kicked down the door and was like red or blue
and then
pill,
whipped his cock out.
No, yeah, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm taking the... Don't even offer me any pills because I know what the fucking options are. I will stay here.
I need to take a piss. Hold on.
Yeah, man.
You want to finish your
No, it's fine.
Alright.
No, I can just vibe.
Yeah, bro.
Back again. Still haven't worked on my fucking vocabulary. Still haven't worked on my speaking skills. How are we, ladies and gentlemen? Feeling good? That's good. Not feeling good? Pick yourself up. Deal with it. I had to do a bit of that today. Yeah. Feeling like a bitch is not a good feeling. I feel like that most days, actually. Won't lie. And we're back. Just gonna leave that nugget there for you.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What I mean?
Oh.
All right. What do you mean?
I do not need the internet. My wife knows everything.
So.
You are honestly fast tracking to dad spec.
Mate, sometimes it has to be done. A fast track to dad spec. Yeah, easy. I stand out and observe shit. My mind has changed ever since we moved out. Just like what I do. I don't watch TV. I'm just like fucking.
That shirt says everything, bro.
It's a meme. I don't wear it out in public because I get too many looks. You know.
Oh.
It's so cringe, but it's funny.
My wife knows everything. Who the fuck is this guy?
Especially being 20 and wearing it, it's like it's. I would wonder what people would think. It's a joke. Like 99% it's a joke.
Or would they just be like, this cunt has a wife?
Yep.
Does that mean he has a kid? The cunt's got a kid. He's that scat cunt. His wife was on like 16 and pregnant.
What do you mean, bro? I work hard to provide, put food on the table.
No.
She's a beautician. She works hard.
No Centrelink?
What?
No Centrelink?
No Centrelink. Just youth payments.
Fucking holding it down.
Just
bro.
youth payments.
Okay.
And housing commission. But no Centrelink. No
Yeah.
Centrelink.
Alright. I think I'm gonna fucking call it. I need to make dinner.
So do I. How long was that? Minute and 13.
Yes.
Yes.
Precisely.
I'll probably like put the outro before this.
Put the outro before this.
Yeah.
Great. I was gonna do something, but
I'll do something then, and then I won't.
no, it's fine.
Now I sort of have to sort of leave this in.
Do you really?
No.
Fuck your ass.